Congratulations! From 264 registrants as teams and individuals, selected into 45 teams and 10 individuals. These contenders are chosen to be the best and can proceed to the next stage. Find your name at PLN Virtual Space and be ready for the elimination round. PLN English Olympiad 2023. Powered by Titik Nol and Elsa.
Halo, assalamualaikum, selamat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, participants from various teams across PLN unit. Welcome to PLN English Olympiad 2023. Yay! Elimination round. And I'm Subki Abdul. It's truly an honor to be your host for this prestigious competition, where we will witness the brilliance of your minds as they strive for excellence in the English language in the stage of PLN English Olympiad 2023, the elimination round, Group C. So I want to remind you to use virtual background and open the camera during the session. And also, I'd like to inform you to regularly check the network, because it might be effect to your presentation. First of all, before we start this event, let's hear our national anthem Indonesia Raya and hymn and also Mars PLN.
Siapkan listrik ke seluruh pelosok tanah air serta layani kebutuhan kota dan pedesaan sebagai agen pembangunan. Tingkatkan kesejahteraan rakyat serta tingkatkan kemakmuran secara adil dan merata untuk mendorong memajukan bangsa Indonesia. Mari tingkatkan semangat kebersamaan, keterbukaan, disertai keunggulan menuju PLN maju modern mandiri, menuju PLN maju modern mandiri. Maju dan jaya, majulah hai bangsaku, maju dan jaya, majulah negeriku. Majulah PLN untuk selamanya, jayalah PLN untuk selamanya.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we delve into the exciting performances on the teams, let me introduce to you the judges on this elimination round, Group C. And who are they? I would like to greeting our first judges is Mr. Aryon. He's PLT Manager Energi Transisi. He is expert on energy transition concept. Good morning, Mr. Aryon.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Great.
Are you excited to see the Group C?
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Miss Ana. She's from MSB Perencanaan Perubahan team. Hello, good morning, Miss Ana.
Good morning.
Are you feeling good today?
Yes, great.
Okay, all right. Next, completing our trio of judges is Brian Houston, who is impressive credential in the field of English proficiency study and also public speaking. He is head of learning and curriculum of ELSA. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good and great. How about your connection? Is it good or today? All right.
Not a problem.
No problem. All right. It must be amazing to have the opportunity to present the idea in front of extraordinary judges like them. Okay, here we go to the main session. But before we go to the competition, I would like to lead Yell Yell. PLN have a Yell Yell. Mr. Aryon, you want to lead the Yell Yell maybe for the all participants?
Okay.
Okay.
The Elimination. Okay, we'll try the yell. Semangat pagi.
Pagi, pagi, pagi.
PLN.
Berakhlak, handal, terbaik. Semoga, I hope this gonna be going some power and spirit for the all participants. And also, we gonna start the performance session from the participant. Of course, there's a lot of excitement as we start the session in Group C. There are 15 teams across the nation who have passed the video submission period. Before we dive into the performances, a quick reminder to our participants. Remember to embrace the stage, convey your message with confidence, and most importantly, enjoy the process of language exploration. Every team will have 10 minutes to present their presentation. A timer will start after you spoke the first word, and me as host will stop you directly if the time is up. So make sure you manage your time well during the presentation. Our team only can watch the performance but please don't disturb the performances, and this is the important thing to do. Make sure your connection is good, your volume is up, clear or stable, so anyone in this online competition could hear your authentic idea. Okay, now we go the first team, UIP JBT team, to please come to screen.
Is it clear?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Share your idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Please take a look at these videos. Did you see? What is the difference? Yes, we can see it's all about air pollution. The honorable adjudicators and also all of the participants, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. We are from UIP JBT2, want to share our idea about clean energy from West Java. But before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Ramadhani Marofen, and also my partner, Grace Panjaitan, and also Said Harjuna. Ladies and gentlemen, do you still remember a few weeks ago, air pollution issue has been viral and become a trending topic on social media? A lot of people dumps it all to the government. Instead of complaining, what have we done to reduce this issue? Lately, air pollution in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta and other big cities, has increased significantly, causing the city to be covered by a thick smoke. According to this circumstance, we do believe there are some elements that causes this air pollution. But let me emphasize these two things. First, that is transportation sector, which has a massive effect that produces carbon dioxide. Second, which is really close to our process business, that is power plant with the coal combustion. This phenomenon also referred to the Accord of the Conference of the Parties, or COP26 in Glasgow. It has reached an agreement, first, to limit the carbon dioxide emissions. Second, prevent Earth's temperature from exceeding 1.5 degrees Celsius rise. And lastly, strive to achieve net zero emission by 2060 or sooner. In Indonesia, we're actively joining the worldwide energy transition movement. Our country has set ambitious targets aiming to decrease greenhouse gases by 32% before 2030 and ultimately achieve net zero emission by 2060. This vision also in line with our company's vision. As a state-owned company, PLN is fully dedicated to realizing Indonesia creating a roadmap to reach net zero emission. A crucial aspect to this roadmap is our focus on harnessing new renewable energy as a key electricity source. By 2060, our vision is to increase this clean energy to impressive 416 gigawatts. Currently, 787 megawatts from new renewable energy power plants has been put into operation. About 3.8 gigawatts of new renewable energy power plants are currently being built, while the remaining projects are in the stage of development and planning.
Our working unit, PLN UIP JBT, also contributes to the increase of electricity generated from the renewable energy sources. One of these contributions is the development of a new hydroelectric power plant in Sumedang District, West Java Province. This power plant harnesses water from the Jati Gede Dam, which has a water capacity of 1 billion cubic meters. The Jati Gede hydroelectric power plant is set to have an installed capacity of 110 megawatts. Constructed in 2015, we have overcome various challenges to realize this environmentally friendly power plant. Looking at the financial aspect, PLN has invested around 3.6 trillion rupiahs to make this ambitious energy transition project happen. Meanwhile, it is essential to ensure that the skills of contractors and skilled consultants match the primary goal. This synchronization ensures effective communication and collaboration, which are crucial for successfully constructing a power plant and a transmission network, enabling the seamless distribution of electricity throughout the Java-Bali system. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also actively working in creating a system for emission-free electric vehicles as a core part of our energy transition efforts. Our working unit in Bandung provides charging stations for electric vehicles, making it one of the few available charging stations in busy metropolitan area of Bandung. PLN's electric vehicles campaign not only contributed to the energy transition, but also set an example for sustainable innovation. With determination and collaborative spirit, Indonesia will demonstrate that a greener future will be achievable.
Moreover, when we extend the utilization of renewable energy sources, it's essential to factor in a concept called ESG, or Environmental Social Governance Risk Rating. You can think of ESG as an analysis framework to help measure and quantify the degree to which an organization is operating in a sustainable manner. We must reduce this ESG risk rating to attract capital from investors to enhance our access to funding and potential for the growth of renewable energy in Indonesia. Our working unit, PLN with JBT, is actively involved in reducing PLN's ESG risk ratings through various corporate social responsibility or CSR initiatives around the location of our hydropower project development. We empower the local communities, build social infrastructure such as clean water channels, provide public facilities, as well as a reforestation program. And the response from the local communities to our CSR programs was always positive, and it fuels our determination to bring forth this emission-free power generation. In conclusion, PLN with JBT have created several initiatives to help the nation achieve its net zero emission target by 2060. First, building renewable energy power plants in West Java province. Second, providing electric vehicle charging station in the busy city of Bandung. And third, reducing ESG risk ratings to attract more investment in renewable energy projects. All of them are equally important because shifting from fossil fuel-based power generation to renewable energy sources is complex and challenging. It also requires collaboration among various stakeholders, including communities, governments, and various non-governmental organizations. Our contribution to building renewable energy power plants in West Java is a tangible manifestation of PLN's commitment to the energy transition effort. And it's not just a belief, it's a reality that we are actively shaping. Now, we invite you to be a part of this transformative journey towards a greener future. Thank you for your time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Join us, let's join us. So this is UIP JBT Team 2 from Unit Induk Pembangunan Jawa bagian tengah. And then we want to hear some comment from our judges. First, Brian maybe.
Yeah, certainly. I thought you guys did a very good job. It was well spoken. good pacing, good emphasis on the appropriate words. Of course, you have to work a little bit on your pronunciation, but I do as well for my boss Indonesian, so I understand the pain there, but very well put together. Good job, everybody.
All right. And then let's moving to Miss Arion.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. I'm listening to the presentation while enjoying the view of fog in the Jakarta city. And I don't know, but many participants put these air pollution problems in the first PowerPoint, but then after that speaks with another topics, which is related but not closely related. But I understand that this is a really catchy condition, and maybe it is put to attract our attention. But other than that, all good work to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arion. Next, Miss Anna. How about the UIP JBT Team 2?
Yeah, I think the presentations is quite nice, simple, clean, and eye-pleasing. So it's a good job.
Right. Thank you once again, UIP JBT Team 2. Alright, the second team, the next team is Surakarta Sabar from Unit Induk Distribusi Jawa Tengah and DI Yogyakarta. Please come to the screen. Hello guys, how are you doing?
Hello.
Feeling excited or nervous at the same time?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, here we go. This is Surakarta Sabar. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, shall we start? Please present your idea.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will be talking about PLN initiatives in energy transition. Before that, let me...
Hello guys, so sorry for interrupt. Can you level up your volume? I can hear you clearly. I cannot hear you clearly. Can you check first your connection or your clip on maybe? Can you try to speak again?
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's continue your presentation.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be talking about PLN initiatives in energy transition. Before that, let me introduce my team, Surakarta Sabar. My name is Ega Nugraha, along with my friend Lingga Putra and Aprilia Reska. We are from PLN Jawa Tengah dan Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta. To start the presentation, I have a song from Michael Jackson for all of us. Here we go. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. What a meaningful song. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, the world has witnessed an urgent need for transitioning to renewable source of energy due to escalating impacts of climate change on our planet. Indonesia, A country with rich natural resources has also been dealing with its contribution to global environmental issues. Industrial activities and growing population have led to considerable pollution, contributing to greenhouse gas emission and environmental degradation. In response to the existing condition, PLN, as an energy company in Indonesia, takes part in reducing gas emission through various initiatives. Firstly, on the generation process, PLN built environmentally friendly power plants to fulfill 20% national renewable energy target. Secondly, PLN modernized its electric network that we know as smart grid system and also implemented advanced metering infrastructure. And lastly, shifting customer behavior to electrifying lifestyle.
PLN plays a substantial role in Indonesia energy landscape. The conventional power plants operated by PLN, powered by fossil fuels such as coal and oil, have been significant contributors to air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. These emissions not only increase local air quality issues, but also contributed to global climate crisis. To change that, PLN began to make a transition from fossil fuels power plants to renewable energy power plants, including in the Central Java region. And here is the distribution of power plants with the new renewable energy. We have 7 hydroelectric power plants, 9 mini hydro power plants, 16 micro hydro power plants, 1 waste system power plants, and 5 hybrid diesel wind power plants, with a total of 38 power plants producing 88.31 megawatt of power. In addition to the power plants initiatives, PLN also made a transition on the transmission and distribution by implementing electricity network modernization, called the smart grid. Smart grid is an electricity network system that combines information technology and two-way digital communication starting from generation, transmission, distribution, and retail customers. As you can see, the difference between conventional and smart grid electricity systems. The benefits of smart grid for power plant is reduced CO2 emissions and reduced number of peakers. Peakers is a backup power plant to fulfill electricity demand on any circumstances. For transmission and distribution is the reduced congestion impact. Lastly, improve customer satisfaction by preventing larger impact of equipment outage. Some main technologies that we use for smart grid are wide area monitoring control, distribution grid management, information and communication technology infrastructure, etc. And the government plans to build 25 smart grids in 2020 to 2024. For retail customers, PLN made a transition with advanced metering infrastructure, or AMI, combination of metering tool and two-way communication to provide information such as power, voltage, current, usage, etc. in real time. In Central Java, AMI has been implemented at Olympiad Tegalrejo with the amount of 46,000 customers. Amazing, right?
Dear honorable judges, while renewable energy and smart grid systems are important, we also need to be concerned about how to change our behavior so that all the effort we make can run as optimally as possible. What can we do then? Actually, we already do it every day. However, it still needs serious explanation to make people aware about what we are facing right now. So we need to highlight that electrifying lifestyle is about reducing gas emission. Firstly, using electric vehicle and home appliances as a daily use. PLN is collaborating with companies that provide electrical equipment. And recently, a newest item is the use of induction stoves. Specifically for this, Solo and Bali appointed to be the pilot project where there are 1,000 customers, each in Solo and Bali, which already use induction stoves as their main cooking equipment. Secondly, PLN has done various things, starting with providing EV charging station and battery swap station, and there is a roadmap for it. It is hoped that by 2030, around 30,000 units EV charging station and 67,000 units battery swap station will be built. Last but not least, de-dieselization. Many business owners use diesel as a power source for production processes. Through this program, PLN educates them with the economic benefits obtained by using electricity as their power source. One of the programs that has been implemented in Central Java, specifically in Solo, named Super Electric Chicken. Through this program, the breeders gain operational cost savings in addition to their productivity increase. And of course, the gas emission produced will certainly be reduced. Well, Darmawan Prasojo said that using electric vehicle is clearly more economical and environmentally friendly. Because 1 liter of gasoline has a carbon content around 700 grams and it produces carbon dioxide emission of 2.4 kilograms. While 1 kilowatt hour of electricity with carbon emission from PLN production is 850 grams of carbon dioxide. It's awesome, right? To put it in context, by shifting consumer behavior, then we can reduce the amount of carbon dioxide more than 50%. It's clearly a large number if we can maximize it. To conclude, in response to climate change, PLN has done various actions in energy transition, starting from generation, transmission, and distribution, also shifting consumer behavior. But also, in this action will not have impact without support from the society because energy transition needs collective action. So everybody can contribute to it in many ways, even a small act. Because small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. So, let's make a better place
for you and for me.
Thank you.
Wow, good job guys from Surakarta Sabar. So we want to hear like Indonesian Idol, right? I want to hear first from Miss Anna maybe. Still on mute?
Yeah, I must say your voice is really beautiful.
Thank you.
And I think the presentation is nice. The topic is really interesting because you bring the local initiative to reduce carbon emission.
Yes.
So this is very good.
All right. Brian, how about you?
Sure, I thought they did a great job. I like the singing, I like the enthusiasm. You were well spoken, you took your time, each of you took your time. You didn't rush through it, didn't lose your breath or anything like that. So I thought everybody did a really good job. Just maybe work on, again, pronunciation a little bit, but short of that, very nice.
All right, Mr. Ryan, how about the content, the data, and Heal the Word song?
I think they did a great work in this presentation. The presentation is focused attacking all the topics, focused on attacking the same problems, reducing the greenhouse gas emission from the renewable energy and then the transmission distribution. And then they also touch the consumers' behavior aspects. And I think it's really good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, please give it up for Surakarta Sabar. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Let's go to the third contestant. His team is the Conquerors from Unit Induk Transmisi Jawa bagian Timur and also Bali. guys. How to speak or how to spell your team name? Conquerors or
Conquerors, because we are ready to come and we shout and we will conquer this competition.
All right, so confidence. Okay, let's do this. This is Conquerors. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you for the time. For you and for me. Well, good morning, everyone. We are from the Conquerors. We came,
We saw.
and we come here. And we are excited here today to be as a representative from our unit with the GBM, and we are ready to be the winner of these competitions today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we were talking about our topic.
Hi guys, can you please share your presentation?
Okay. Little bit technical issue. Okay, well, guys. Everyone already see?
Is that your presentation?
No, not yet. Okay. Well, can you see the screen?
Some picture.
What our? No, that's not our screen.
All right, we wait for that.
Sorry for the problems.
It's okay. How are you guys doing today?
Well, actually, we're fine, but a little bit nervous, absolutely.
All right, that's okay.
Because we have to prepare to go in Vietnam, yes?
All right.
Because everything
But are
will
you,
be sent to Vietnam.
are you confident going to Jakarta for a final?
Absolutely, we are confident.
All right, we're still waiting the presentation. Conqueror teams. Everything all right? All right.
Okay.
All right. Shall we continue your presentation? Go for it.
Well, thank you for reading us. And this is our team, the Conqueror. And this is our member, Mr. Nandi, Mrs. Dina, and absolutely me, Wahid Syaifuddin. And today we will talking about our topic, transition energy. What the first thing in our mind about energy transition? Digital substations, renewable energy, or the most talking is electric vehicles. But before we talk more about our topic, energy transitions, we should know why we need it conventional to the green energy. The reason is about net zero emissions. And maybe some of you already know what is net zero emissions. Net zero emissions is from gas emission to ascorbables. With any remaining emissions, they absorb from atmosphere, for instance, by oceans and the forest. The greenhouse effect is from this presentation. You know that greenhouse effect equivalent with the rise of our temperature. So this is data shown that a global average surface temperatures since 1880 until 2022, it has been risen since for about 0.08 degrees Celsius every year. And in Indonesia, in 2022, it will be the 6th warmest global temperatures in Indonesia because of greenhouse gas emissions? Well, the rise temperature was triggered by the continued rise greenhouse gas emissions that are categorized from CO emission from various sectors, including biomass burning, or anthropogenic, methane source, nitrous dioxide source, or fluoride gases. In Indonesia, in the total greenhouse gas emission have been rising since 1990 in the latest data of the Grup you can see, and we show 12% rise of greenhouse gas emission, which could have been worse if not about for COVID-19. Okay, for the next presentation. Thank you, Mr. Wahid. So in response, him to talk about the energy transition itself. By doing so, we are trying to decarbonize all parties aspects from our company's contribution towards the carbon footprint. But then came the critical question, how? Luckily, this company already has plans in place to ensure the success of our net zero emission aspiration by 2060. These come as 3 pillars that are categorized as follows. The first pillar, it is the short-term goal to reduce carbon emission in all business aspects. And then the second pillar are the long-term goals. These will be focusing on further reducing the carbon emission through the new technologies to ensure net zero emission by 2060. And the third pillar is the support pillar to enable a swift and smooth energy transition in other business aspects apart from electrical generation, transmission, and distribution. Sorry, bit technical difficulties. Let me talk about the first pillar. Anyway, the first pillar are mostly ways for PLN to ensure contribution to answer to national determined contribution, or NDC, to reduce greenhouse gas emission to target by 29% unconditionally or 41% conditionally with the help of international support by 2030. With so many efforts already been made in sectors, not only in generation, mind you, with more NRE mix and cleaner technologies, but they've also done so in transmission and distribution grids, lowering losses and ensuring greater reliability in electricity power itself. This effort has enabled PLN to reduce cumulative carbon dioxide emission by 50.7 million tons in June 2020, continue to grow by each year. And then came the long-term goal in the second pillar. In the long-term strategies, PLN even better and cleaner technology to ensure the net zero emission by 2060. As of right now, research are still underway, so we are still unsure, but we're trying to deepen our understanding of the technology and also learn better how to implement it, so we will have a better financial implication of utilizing these technologies for our company, sustainability. And then lastly, the third pillars, which come as the ecosystem for the whole transition. PLN plans to help Indonesia achieve greener transportation ecosystem by utilizing EVs, which will further reduce the carbon emission, especially in the transportation system. IESR, or Institute for Essential Service Reform, have released an outlook of EV in 2023, which stated that almost 22% of the carbon emission were contributed actually by road transportation alone. So adopting EV will be mainly beneficial for us and for Indonesia, especially in accelerating the deployment of RNE. With more infrastructure in the form of battery charging or SPKLU in place, as well as incentive from the government to reduce the upfront cost for having EVs, we are hopeful that EV will become more widespread, thus giving way for cleaner future in transportation as well. Now, it's already in place, which was formulated for the better of Indonesia and the better of world's future. And with all of that done, hopefully 2060 will be an anticipated future. So good job, well done, PLN. But then what? So to leave it all to PLN? No. The bigger picture of energy transition is actually coming from us. In climate, sustainable mother nature, but then what should we do?
Thank you, Mr. Nandif. Bird, as Swedish environmental activities has said before, when enough people come together, then change will come. And we can achieve almost anything. So instead of looking for hope, start creating it. Also, sorry, I think there's a technical issue. With us, we could do something from the smallest things to move to a better transition energy. Here are the things we could do. First, reduce usage, save more. We could start by using electricity wisely. Also, we can use reusable meal kits in our daily life. Second, drive less, fly less. We all know transport is responsible for almost a quarter of global carbon dioxide emissions, and it's hard to remove the car all at once. But small steps still have an impact. We could start to walk and cycle to the local shops or share car journeys with friends. Third, think before buying. Let's try to think twice before we buy something. We can limit our impact to our environment by repairing minor faults in clothing rather than replacing them, and choosing high quality items that you think will last longer. Last but not least, PLN, including everyone here, will start from the little things to support the 3 pillars of the energy transition. These pillars represent PLN's comprehensive approach to sustainability and energy transition. The highlight for our talk today is PLN's plan for transition energy are trying to increase the use of clean energy sources, reducing energy waste in operation, upgrading the electricity grid for reliability, and investing in sustainable technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up this captivating discussion on transition energy, I want to leave you with a powerful message. The real power of transition energy lies in each and every one of you. As individuals, you have the ability to harness the energy of change to transition towards a better world. Educate ourselves, support clean energy initiatives, and reduce our carbon footprint. Together, we can harness the immense potential of transition energy to power a brighter, cleaner, and more prosperous future for generations to come. Thank you for being part of the discussion today, and let's take action now to shape a world where transition energy leads us to a brighter tomorrow.
PLN, unleashing energy and beyond.
That's all from us today. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. From Conquerors, it seems Arian totally amazed with the presentation idea of or what?
Yeah, I think you provide a very general topics in the energy transition roadmap of PLN. I think you take it from the energy transition pillars, right? And then you add the people aspect of the energy transition. And in my opinion, the content is good, but maybe you can improve it more in terms of how you relate all the topics from the beginning to the end. So not only putting all the topics that are related, but you need to also tell us what is the relations of each topics. So no loose topics in all the presentation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Aryan. Miss Anna.
Yeah, I think the presentations is quite good, but same with Arion. I think you might explore more about the initiative in your unit, not just the general topic. But overall, it's good. Thank
All
you.
right, Brian. How about pronunciation, or but they breathe confidently, or what?
I felt like the effort was there for sure, but not necessarily the kind of go-get-it attitude that I was looking for. You know, the loudness of the voice, projecting your voice, I should say, the enthusiasm a little bit. Maybe you guys were just feeling a little bit nervous, but next time really try to project your voice, because I was having to lean into the computer to try to catch all the words you were saying. So, but other than that, good job.
All right, good job, guys. Thank you, judges. Thank you very much once again, concueros. Alright, 3 contestants from various units Induk at PT PLN Persero had been shown their best effort to presenting their idea. But what about our 4th contestant? Do they will give us their best? So please welcome. This is Team TSG, or known as Tim Transmisi Sumjamali Juara from Kantor Pusat Divisi Transmisi Sumatera, Jawa, Madura, and also Bali. Yes, quick reminder to all the participants, before you guys showing us your PPT, better introduce your group first. So what a nice introduction, and then make sure your volume is up, and then your PPT is shown to the judges and to the all participants. All right, in 3, 2, 1, this is TSJ, Tim Transmisi Sumjamali Juara from Kantor Pusat Divisi Transmisi Sumatera, Jawa, Madura, and Bali.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Greetings and may peace be upon you. Hi, guys. We are from Team TSG, Transmission Division of Sumatra, Java, Madura, and Bali.
And our great team, also named after it, TSG, which stands for Transmisi Sumjamali Juara.
And for this awesome occasion, we will share a brief highlight on what is actually happening in TSG, which cover more than 85% of PLN transmission assets. This will be the short story about anti-blackout spirit, keep the light on for better customer smile. Hello, I'm Joko. I joined PLN since 2005. And now I'm responsible for secondary equipment. I like cooking, picnic, camping, and also traveling to know many people and learn more about the different culture. I will suggest you to live the life as life it is, or in French, we will say it as profiter la vie.
Hello, I am Ardila Romianege. At this moment, I am assigned as Manager of System Protection Management. I think I was born as a football player, even not as good as Messi or Ronaldo. And remember that great sailors are not born from the calm wave.
And the last but not least, me, Komang Teddy. I stepped in this company since 2008, and ever since, I was put in many posts. And my latest position is Sumatra, Jawa, Madura, Bali Transmission Maintenance Manager. I really enjoy bowling and riding my motorcycle. And for me, on time is the best time.
The anti-blackout breakthrough derived from a sad and unforgettable event in 4th of August 2019, where there was a wide blackout in Java Bali system. The 6th line of defense were insufficient to overcome this incident, resulting hours of power blackout in Java Bali and affecting economic and social in the most populated island in Indonesia, of course. This is also considered as a national issue and become the turning point of PLN, especially the transmission, to improve and enhance the existing condition, covering these 6 point here, which is the 500 kV interconnection and protection system. This is the backbone of transmission. Then the load shedding and spinning reserve, islanding scheme, which is the plan B, C, and etc. when there is something we do not expect to occur in the system. hosting or host loading system, which will be our last exit plan, black start system to support the emergency recovery of system after the unwanted several system collapse, and the line energization to build up and send voltage for recovering purpose. This is surely the most expensive loss for PLN, of course, since there are not only the loss of revenue for PLN, but also the cost required to recover the whole interconnection in Java Bali, not to mention the external impact to the national interest. The anti-blackout breakthrough goals are to have no disturbance at all in 500 kV caused by PLN control, of course, and to ensure the survival of small system from the possibility of total blackout. So we don't need to build the system from the scratch. And sure, this will take a longer time when this happens to enable a quick recovery of system and generation in case of partial disturbance. And last but not least, to prevent or avoid the possibility of system separation in the interconnection.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the background and goals of anti-blackout or so-called ABO breakthrough have been explained by my colleague, Mr. Joko, generally this is the big picture of ABO. This breakthrough has quite a long journey since 2020 up to this very moment. The ABO is implemented, started in Java, Madura, and Bali, followed by Sumatra and Kalimantan in July 2022, and Sulawesi in October 2022. In January 2023, Bangka, Batam, West Nusa Tenggara, East Nusa Tenggara, Maluku, North Maluku, Papua, and West Papua will have been integrated into the ABO. And currently, 99.23% of the 160 action plans have been completed, resulting in many improvements and achievements to the stream of technical system, management infrastructure, and people system. For the technical system, enhancements have been made to the suppression of wide disturbance occurs and recovery time, therefore reducing the possibility of revenue loss and enhancing service quality delivery to customers. Improvement in management infrastructure include digitalization of transmission, maintenance, advice, and standard. Improvements have also been made in the people system, which refer to the employees' level of knowledge, skills, and capabilities.
Okay, now you start to see it clearly, right? When you see the big pictures of ABO, it's clear to be applied in all transmission network in PLN. However, this is required a lot of adaptation to PLN system. Besides TSG, this business process control involves all stakeholders from related divisions such as the transmission change office that's responsible for monthly progress achievement, and then we got digital management division plus the information technology division that's responsible for digitalization and online dashboard, and then we got asset management division and others, all together to complete and support this mega project. Every division and stakeholders played a specific role in this process control. There was also focus group discussion to help to communicate and brainstorm the detail of this breakthrough with all division, operational unit, and all PLN subsidiary company. ABO is meant to have sustainability in transmission, to guard the reliability of power delivery itself through three major parts of improvement, such as the technical system, the management infrastructure, and the most important of all, people system, which include awareness culture, competence improvement, and international capability. Like you see, ABO program has been proven to serve many international events, such as G20, F1 powerboat in Toba, Jakarta Formula E, the 42nd Asian Summit, 11 Asian Para Games, and many coming events, both national and international in the future. ABO Breakthrough has brought value creation either to support community, fulfilling the energy demand, and then improve PLN company profile. So, creating larger opportunity in national economic growth and many other aspects for Indonesia as a country.
All right, now we step into conclusions. In conclusions, anti-blackout breakthrough implies mindset shifting from the top management of PLN to the front line regarding awareness. Exists as an enabler for excellent customer services, where disturbance frequency has been depressed from 14 times in 2022 down to only 1 in 2023. And lastly, anti-blackout breakthrough enhance our corporate image and profit. That's all of our presentation. Thank you for watching. Keep the like on for better customer smile. See you in final round. Have a nice day.
Confident. See you in final round from CBT. Hello, Mr. Aryan, about the anti-blackout breakthrough. The ideas coming from this team.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. The topic is actually good, but I just need to give some suggestion regarding how the presentation runs. I mean, you need to put more spirit on the presentation, because if you are not enthusiastic in your topic, how can you expect other people that hear the presentation also feel enthusiastic? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Brian?
I had a fairly similar take on it myself. It was a little difficult to hear, especially right at first. There's not a lot of energy behind it. It did get a little bit better as it went on, but I felt like you could have got a little bit more excited about it, and then of course that gets us more excited as well. So, but all in all, it was good. Just a little bit more, to it.
Need some power maybe next time in the final round, right?
Yes.
Hi, Miss Anna.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have some comments with Aryon and Brian, but I would like to say that this topic is really good. PLN, really PLN about the reality. So it's good.
Thank you, judges. Thank you once again for the contestant. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jury.
And our lucky fifth contestant is legally bound from Kantor Pusat Divisi Korporasi and Legal Business Partner. Hi, how are you guys?
Hello.
All right.
Fine. Good.
Fine.
Ready to compete? Then give your best idea.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Of course.
Quick reminder once again. So checking your connection is stable and volume is up. And then don't forget your PPT to present to the judges. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. This is Legally Born from Kantor Pusat Divisi Korporasi dan Legal Business Partner.
Hello everyone, we are
Legally Bound.
Let me introduce our team for today, who are myself, Dean.
My name is Rizka. The last member of this team, Safrina.
We are here to tell you about PLN's journey to achieve NZE target in 2060. Without any further ado, let's go straight to the presentation. Rizka, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Dan. Well, this world is the consequence of climate change that increases greenhouse gas emissions or GHG, especially carbon emissions. As a form of concrete steps to address global climate change, the government of Indonesia committed to the nationally determined contribution or NDC to reduce GHG in 2030 by 31.9% or 43.20% through international cooperation based on the Paris Agreement, which ratified within Law Number 16 of 2016 concerning ratification.
Guys, I can hear your voice clearly. Hi guys, could you please check your device?
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Rizka better than before. All right.
Okay. Okay, can I continue?
All right, continue your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Well, this commitment was strengthened at the Climate Change Conference of the Parties, or COP26 in Glasgow, in November 2020, where Indonesia committed towards net zero emission, or NZE, by 2060. As a concrete manifestation of climate change control in the electricity sector, the government has set an energy mix target of renewable energy from the total primary energy mix of 23% in 2025 and at least 31% in 2050. The renewable energy mix target is stipulated in the Presidential Regulation Number 22 of 2017 concerning the National Energy General Plan, or RUEN. To realize the renewable energy mix target in RUEN, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources has set a target for the renewable energy mix in 2030 of 24.8% of the total primary energy mix. This is as stipulated in the decree of the Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources of the Republic Indonesia, number 188 of 2021, concerning the ratification of the Electricity Supply Business Plan of PLN from 2021 to 2030. Furthermore, PLN's journey towards NZE will be delivered by Dan.
Okay. The power sector's journey towards NZE includes early retirements of coal-fired power plants, increasing renewable energy consumption, and developing green ecosystem. Aligned with Joko Widodo's vision as the President of Republic of Indonesia, PLN, the only Indonesian state-owned enterprise whose primary business in distributing electrical power, fully supports the Joko Widodo's vision. For instance, PLN has undergone a strategic transformation known as the PLN's energy transition over the past few years into a clean power company. To carry out the NZE 2060 commitment, PLN has some key frameworks, namely as follows. For short-term goals, PLN will focus on the desalination, coal plant retirement, biomass co-firing, energy efficiency and grid loss improvement, gas expansion, and clean coal. For long-term goals, PLN will focus on battery storage and interconnections, hydrogen co-firing, carbon capture utilization and storage, and additional coal plant retirement. Lastly, PLN has to improve new technologies such as electric vehicles, rooftop solar, renewable energy certificate or REC, and emission trading schemes. Safrina, will explain the importance of ESG ratings and its conclusion.
Thank you, Dan. ESG, environmental, social, and governance, is one aspect that needs attention for improvement to achieve NZE targets. ESG risk ratings evaluate a company's exposure to comprehend long-term ESG risks with financial implication. So the question is, why is ESG rating so important? Yeah, because these ratings are critical as investors prefer companies with lower ESG risk as it indicates better performance and financial indicators from the companies. Furthermore, studies show that companies with low ESG risk show better performance than competitors because they tend to experience lower investment costs, more stable earnings, and lower market risk. As you can see from the data, PLN, next slide, Dan. PLN ESG risk rating is currently at high risk, placing PLN below other world electricity utility companies and other state-owned companies in Indonesia, like BRI, Mandiri, BNI. Now, PLN journey towards sustainability involves enhancing capabilities and partnerships to accelerate the transition to NZE. The company aims to achieve a medium risk ESG rating from high risk by 2024. Next slide, Dan. The question is how to PLN ESG risk. How to improve PLN ESG risk ratings. PLN can focus for improving PLN's ESG material issue, including non-GHG emission and WAS, carbon emission, use of raw materials, and relationship with local communities. And PLN can collaboration with original equipment manufacturers and technology providers is critical to implementing new solutions. With the medium risk ESG rating, I believe PLN will be more attractive to investors and will give PLN many future benefits. So, the conclusion, the global climate change agenda has seen significant milestones through initiatives like the Paris Agreement, Kyoto Protocol, and other international commitments. Indonesia actively participates in the NZE race, while PLN, Indonesia's state-owned utility company, strives to achieve its ambitious sustainability targets through enhanced capabilities and partnerships. ESG risk ratings are pivotal in guiding these efforts and shaping a more sustainable future. Thank you, Dan. Mute, Dan, sorry.
Okay, we hope that gives you a glimpse of the great work of PLNs has been pushing to drive Indonesia energy transition agenda, and that more of us here will collaborate and work together to amplify the positive impact of Indonesia and the sustainability of our Earth. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, that was Legally Bound from Kantor Pusat Divisi Korporasi and Legal Business Partner. We want to hear some comment from Miss Anna. Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think the presentations is quite plain. The flow is just plain. I cannot get the point, but yeah, it is still good.
All right. What about Brian?
Sure. It definitely started off a little soft, a little difficult to make out exactly what you're saying, but you did pick it up in the end, which was enjoyable. And I thought if you could have maintained that level of volume in your voice throughout the whole time, it would have been a lot easier to catch everything you're saying. All in all, good job.
All right, thank you, Brian. Next, we have Mr. Aryan.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. I think regarding the material, it is presented well, but like some other themes, the topics is too general, and in my opinion, the topics on the ESG is kind of loose from the main theme, and in my opinion, maybe it will be more interesting if you provide maybe some insights on how the legal and regulation aspects of the energy transition in Indonesia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aryan.
Number 6, Bright Side. Alright, Bright Side from Unit Induk Distribusi Riau and Kepulauan Riau. May I ask your strategy for the presentation? You have any strategy?
We're doing the best that we think that we can.
Alright, are you confident going to Jakarta for final round? You hear me?
Sorry?
Do you confident going to Jakarta for final round, maybe?
Yeah, be optimist.
Alright, optimist. Let's get started. Please present your ideas.
Thank you. Dear honorable judges, thank you for this opportunity and good day. We are happy to meet you all, the participant English Olympiad 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are from Riau and Riau Island, well known as Malays, so we will present you a unique song from Riau. Let's check it out. 2, 3. Pak ketipak ketipung suara gendang bertalu-talu, pura-pura bingung dalam hati siapa yang tahu. Pak ketipak ketipung, hey, Pak ketipak ketipung, ketipak ketipung, ketipak ketipung. PLN Riau, suai.
Hi, hello. My name is Fadil, and beside me, Satrio and Fadri, and we are from
PLN Riau.
Today, we are going to talk about the solar power plant in Bengkalis Island, from the opportunities and the threats. Have you ever heard about the temporary electricity interruption and how you feel about that? It's also happened in Bengkalis Island, and there are several factors from the external and internal. From the external, like the tree, animals, and weather. And also from the internal factors, such as breakdown, engine, machine, that causing energy deficit. So let's just focus on this problem. In this presentation, we will bring you about that engine power is below the average needs of Bengkalis Island. And also in August 2023, the Bengkalis system experienced about 9 times electricity interruption. Most of that caused by the diesel power plant. PLN, as the one and only company that provide the electricity in Bengkalis Island, concerned about this problem and give an alternative energy by solving this problem by building solar power plant. Because as we know, that Bengkalis Island has a wide recoverage area. It's around 2,000 hectares and has a tropical climate, which is summer happen along the year that convert sun energy to electrical power. I'm sure you guys interested in these materials. So it will be continued by my friend Fajri. Fajri, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Fadil. I'm really excited to talk to you guys regarding this topic. In 2022, the portion of the composition renewable energy is about 32%. Later this year, it is expected increase to 40%. This year, PLN Riau has the huge commitment to support development of solar power plant infrastructure. For example, there are 15 megawatt are ongoing projects to provide solar power plant in Bengkalis Island. It is obvious that PLN strictly committed to boost clean energy shift, so by the end of the day, we put less reliance on fossil fuel consumption and less polluted air for future generations. Due to the abundance of sun energy all the year, this power plant is suitable for this island. But this program also has several challenges. First, high cost investment. As we know, to provide solar power plant needs a lot of budget. Second, limited transportation. Because Bengkalis Island is located in the remote area, so the only way to Bengkalis Island can only access by ships. Third, the bureaucracy. It takes a long time to release the solar power plant permit from government. In addition, having this power plant can create a number of job opportunities, and the potential customers who are in the waiting list are able connected to PLN grid. For the next part, my friend Satrio will tell you about the benefit and conclusion. Satrio, stage is yours.
Thank you, Fajri. It's time to me now to bring this presentation. We have a lot of benefit by using solar power plant. First, clean and lean energy. As we know, to produce the electricity by solar power plant, it doesn't need fossil energy. That's why eco-friendly. Second, low-cost production. Because the energy comes from the sun to convert into electricity, that's why it makes low-cost production. And third, accessible. By placing this solar power plant in the island, we are already conserve sun energy all the years. Hi guys, are you still with me? Okay, let's move on to conclusion. We are strongly recommend solar power plant in outer island to provide energy in supporting economic in Bengkalis Island. As the result, we enhance the image of PLN in our customers. That's the end of my part. Thank you for your attention. To close this presentation, we bring you a pantun. Come on, guys. Roses are red.
The violets are blue.
We are ready for English Olympiad.
And we will see you. PLN Riau, Suai. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right, solar power plant. Brian, you want to try some dance pakti-pakti-pung? You want to go dance?
I'm not much for a dancer. I'm too tall. But,
All right.
they did a really good job. I thought their voices came across clear. It was well spoken, easy to understand. I like the energy. So no, I thought they all did a really good job.
All right. How about Mr. Aryan about the solar power plant? The ideas coming from Bright Side?
Yeah, I think the presentation is done well, but a little suggestion for the presentation flow. Actually, in the beginning, you mentioned about how Bengkalis Island experienced blackout due to the shortage of the generation, and then you propose a solar power plant. And I was expecting that at the end, you will come back to the problem and mention the solution on that. But good job.
All right, thank you. Miss Anna.
Yeah, the presentations is good. The voice is clear. I think the idea is original from your unit. But I think it would be better if you could share your presentations. Share screen so we could understand better the idea.
All right, I see. Thank you very much, guys, from Brightside.
Thank you. Thank you.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, and going to 6 contestants are already proven to themselves that they success encourage the potential special writing and presentation their own ideas in English. PLN English Olympiad 2023 is so challenging because not everyone dare to speak and give presentation in front of others using English. But how about our next contestant? Do they able to sweep all fear? Please welcome Information Technology Infrastructure Library 4.0 from PLN Batam. Quick reminder for all the contestants before you guys present, make sure your volume in the right position so we could hear it clearly. And okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, keep smile. One, maybe smile first. In 3, all right. In 3, 2, 1, from PLN Batam, please present your ideas.
Okay, thank you. Hi, electrician. Welcome to this electrifying journey in the future of energy. I am Randy and I'm joined by my friend Willie and Rizky. And together we are going to explore the incredible possibilities created by the excess power of PLN generation system. We all know that technology has been reshaping the world in countless ways. One significant transformation is occurring in the energy industry. With the increasing availability of renewable energy sources and the shift towards smarter electrical grid, we find ourselves with excess power that can be harnessed in some truly fascinating ways. In this digital age, where cryptocurrency and electric vehicle are taking the world by storm, we find ourselves at the intersection of innovation and opportunity. PLN has a powerful role to play in shaping this future. And we are here to tell you that PLN excess power is not just a surplus, it's a gold mine of possibilities. We are about to reveal how PLN can not only power our homes, but also change the way we mine cryptocurrency and charge our electric vehicle. PLN generate a substantial amount of electricity to meet the increasing demand in Indonesia. According to the latest data from PLN Batam in August 2023, PLN Batam has a net generating capacity of 586 megawatt, with an average peak load in August of about 579 megawatts. During off-peak hours, which are counted from 10 p.m. until 9 a.m., there is an unused capacity, approximately 180 megawatts. We believe that this issue may also be occurring in other PLN facilities in general. We have a new idea to make use of the excess power we have by leveraging trending technology, namely crypto mining, and electric vehicle charging. Crypto mining may already be familiar to some of you. It involves validating cryptocurrency transactions, such as Bitcoin, using computational power. This process requires high-level computing power, which means significant energy consumption. Crypto mining machine not only requires a substantial energy source, but also a highly responsive in resource usage. Crypto mining machine operate at maximum capacity instantly without significant startup time. Therefore, if we utilize energy during off-peak hours for crypto miners, we achieve two benefits. Firstly, it ensures the stability of the power grid by balancing peak and off-peak loads. And secondly, we can sell more electrical energy. This, of course, requires a well-thought-out strategy where we can offer crypto miners attractive rates according to the time frame we establish. In the House hearing on crypto energy use and impact held on US on January 20, 2022, laid out real-world example of how Bitcoin mining is being used today to provide not only flexible income for utility providers and energy generators, but also providing stability for the grid. This is accomplished by mining operator engaging in agreement with this energy provider to turn off mining operation during times of high demand. And here's an interesting fact for you. Some countries with access to surplus energy have begun directing this excess power to crypto mining facilities. This not only generates additional revenue for electricity companies, but also has a positive impact on the stability of electricity grid between high peak and low peak demand. And just imagine, PLN could offer incentive to miners, allowing them to tap into this surplus during off-peak hours, making mining more eco-friendly and cost-effective. Furthermore, my friend Willie.
So, apart from crypto mining, we can also utilize excess power for electric vehicle charging. This is highly relevant as electric vehicles are gaining popularity among millennials. Electric vehicles represent the future of transportation, and we must ensure that the EV charging infrastructure can accommodate this growth. Now, let's talk about electric vehicles. The EV revolution is upon us, and Indonesia is no exception, but charging infrastructure remains a challenge. PLN can play a pivotal role here. Here's compelling data point in 2022. Electric vehicles made up only about 14% of all vehicles sold worldwide. However, technological advancement and growing environmental awareness have spurred rapid growth in electric vehicle adoption. According to Bloomberg NEF, by 2040, electric vehicles are expected to account for over 75% of total global vehicle sales. Picture this, PLN could leverage its vast network of power distribution to create a comprehensive EV charging infrastructure across the nation. With its excess power, charging your EV would be convenient and also affordable. As we transition towards electric vehicles in transportation technology, the importance of dependable and efficient charging infrastructure becomes clear. This is where excess power from PLN can play a pivotal role. By channeling excess power into EV charging stations, we can accelerate vehicle charging, reducing the time required to charge EV batteries, lower charging costs, making electric vehicles more affordable. We can also leverage the latest technologies, such as fast charging system and sustainable energy usage, to make electric vehicles more eco-friendly. PLN could even collaborate with automakers and local governments to make EVs more accessible to all Indonesians. This move would significantly reduce carbon emission and promote a sustainable future. Further explanation, please, my friend, Rizky.
Okay, but how can we make this happen? One crucial step is to engage PLN and government authorities discussion about redirecting excess power to these activities. We also need to collaborate with crypto mining companies and electric vehicle manufacturers to create suitable infrastructure. In this context, we, as the millennial generation, have a significant role to play. We are tech-savvy, open to innovation, and environmentally conscious. We can be the driving force behind these changes. In the grand scheme of things, harnessing PLN excess power for crypto mining and EV charging isn't just about profit, it's about embracing sustainability and innovation. By investing in these cutting-edge technologies, Indonesia can position itself as a global leader in renewable energy and, of course, blockchain technology. But remember, these ideas are only the beginning. To make this vision a reality, we need collaboration between PLN, the government, and private sector partners. In conclusion, let's acknowledge that excess power within PLN generation system is a valuable resource that can be used to promote environmental sustainability and develop future technologies. By doing so, we can harness excess power for crypto mining and electric vehicle charging, delivering positive impacts for our world and future generations. We urge you all to consider the potential of PLN excess power and join us in shaping a brighter, greener, and more prosperous future. Thank you for joining us in this electrifying journey. Together, we can turn excess power into endless possibilities.
The future is bright,
with PLN leading the way.
Let's power up the future together.
Yes, power up future together. How about Mr. Aryon about the ideas coming from Batam?
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. I think this is a very interesting ideas from PLN Batams for maybe using the excess power and also demand side participation. But it is a bit confusing in my opinion if we relate it to the environmental or greenhouse gas emission, because as far as I know, our excess powers usually comes from coal-fired power plant that is not utilized at the off-peak hour, so that it will need to be turned down at off-peak hour. So if it is need to be turned up to supply the cryptocurrency, I think it will need more challenging to the environment. I think that's my opinion. Thank you.
All right, Brian.
I like the energy for sure. It was upbeat for the most part. Well spoken. It was clear, easily understood. The grammar wasn't too bad, and the pronunciation was pretty darn good. So I'd say all in all, as far as the speech or the language end of it went, I thought you guys did a really good job.
All right, last, Miss Anna.
Yeah, thank you for the presentations. I think the content is interesting, topic is interesting, but I couldn't see your presentations, unfortunately. So I think that I agree with Aryon. The topic is quite confusing because, yeah, you know, it means that you might bring your crypto close to the generation. So maybe still don't understand about this topic, but the presentation is good.
All right, thank you, Miss Anna, and thank you guys once again from PLN Batam.
Thank you.
All right, we moving to the next contestant is team called Papua Hebat from Unit Induk Wilayah Papua and Papua Barat. All right, Papua Hebat, what a cool name. So Papua Hebat, are you ready? Are you ready, guys?
Test.
All right, can
Every
you?
option sounds clearly.
All right. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, this is Papua Hebat.
Good morning, honorable judges, respected audience, and everyone here today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God. It is because of Him we are all able to attend this event. Congratulations to our parents, friends, and loved ones, without whom today would not be as special as it is today. We have all earned and cherished together. And would like to thank the judges for giving us this very special opportunity to compete in this PLN English Olympiad 2023. I'm Salahuddin and my fellow teammates Irwan Dwi Cahyo and Wasista Romdoni. So here we are, PLN Papua Hebat! Let me ask you a question. So tell me, what was the first thing that popped up in your mind when you saw this picture? Is it in Nepal, Russia, or perhaps Switzerland? Incorrect. It is a mountain in Indonesia, actually. Do you know that we have snow in Indonesia? Yeah, not only snow, but also have everlasting snow in the form of tropical glaciers, one of a handful left in the world. It lies on a mountain near Puncak Jaya Wijaya in Indonesia's easternmost province of Papua. Jaya Wijaya Mountain is situated in Lawrence National Park at an elevation of 4,884 meters above sea level. It is the highest mountain in Indonesia, one of the only places in Indonesia with snow. But some people also refer to it as Karsten's Pyramid, since the mountain has several peaks with different names. But unfortunately, one of Indonesia's most famous mountain peaks will lose its snow soon. According to Indonesia's Meteorological, Climatological, and Geophysical Agency, it has undergone a rapid loss of ice coverage and thickness in the past 2 decades that could lead to the snow completely disappearing in just a few years' time. The shrinkage, which has been caused by an acceleration in climate change, if warming and increases in temperature continue and climate change is still not mitigated, then by 2025, it is predicted that there will be no longer ice on Puncak Jaya Wijaya. And that is the pathetic truth. On our recent research has shown us that phenomenon is caused by no other than the greenhouse gases that was sent and kept in the atmosphere. For the record, in 2020, Indonesia has become one of the top 10 greenhouse gases emitters country, which contributed around 1,400 million tons of carbon dioxide equivalent, representing 3.9% of the total global emissions, which make Indonesia become the world's 5th largest emitter out of 198 countries. That is one of the reasons why the rising temperature happened. In the past recent years, PLN has implemented a major breakthrough to bring great impact on the net zero emission goal in the form of the Lighthouse Initiatives Program. It is a list of initiative programs that PLN made to boost the energy transition. It consists of 8 different initiatives, which are plan and fund the retirement of coal-fired power plant, build a much larger power plant capacity from renewable energy, enhance renewable energy consumption through the green energy service, pilot trial hydrogen and ammonia co-firing energy, implement biomass co-firing and boost its supply chain, roll out smart grid and control system, implement carbon capture, utilization, and storage, and the last is to expand the electric vehicle ecosystem. In this opportunity, let us dig deeper about the expanding of electric vehicle ecosystem, specifically on the island of Papua. Up until now, PLN Papua has finished the construction of 4 SPKLU, 65 SPLU, and 16 home charging facilities. With the support of those infrastructures, now on the island of Papua, there are currently 6,540 electric vehicles, consisting of 18 electric cars, 6,320 electric motorcycles, and 202 other electric vehicles, such as electric bicycles and electric scooters. That's the current state in our unit. Furthermore, in the next couple of years, PLN Papua will build a lot more of SPKLU to support the electric vehicle ecosystem that will be spread all over the island of Papua, with a total of 45 units. With those infrastructures, it is predicted that there will be a significant increase in the electric vehicle ecosystem throughout the years ahead. And fun fact, in Asmat Regency, specifically in the heart of Papua, is leading the way in sustainable transportation by adopting the electric vehicle. This move towards a 100% electric vehicle fleet reflect the region's commitment to environmental conservation while embracing modern technology, setting a remarkable example for other communities worldwide. That being said, a lot of benefits we can acquire by using this electric vehicle, and it will be explained by my friend. Wasisto, time is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Irwan. Electric vehicles play an important role in assisting decarbonizing in limiting temperature rise below 1.5 degrees Celsius. There are a lot of benefits that we can get by using electric vehicles, such as 1. Conversion of fuel vehicles to electric vehicles can reduce dependence on fuel imports by 4 million barrels and secure 2 trillion rupiah of foreign exchange in 2050. 2. If we produce significantly less carbon emission compared to internal combustion engine vehicles for the same mileage, with a potential emission reduction from electric vehicles of 300 million tons of CO2 in 2050. And 3. In addition, using an electric car can save operational costs of about 78% compared to ICE cars. Likewise, using an electric motorcycle can save operational costs around 35% compared to fuel motorcycle. In conclusion, climate change is the most significant problem that the world faces. Global warming is increasing day by day. If we don't stop it soon, there will be negative consequences for our world. What can be done? First, we must admit that climate change is everyone's problem. No agency, no government or scientist can fix it for us. We are all in this together. And then let's take a small step to reduce our GHG by implementing the electrifying lifestyle. We can make a great impact on our current and future environment. by reaching the net zero emission as soon as possible. Indonesia should no longer be in the top 10 GHG emitter countries, and our future generation could live in greener and healthier environment.
Before we dance, we want to offer a few statements of our own that we have struggled with and continue to struggle with on a daily basis. But we have found something inspiring. We dug deeper, worked harder, got better, and became stronger. Dream high because our only limit is in our mind. And if you have, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. It's truly an honor to be here with you all. Thank you. PLN Papua Hebat. Woo!
Sustainable development in Papua is Aya coming from Papua Hebat from Unit Induk Wilayah Papua dan Papua Barat. So I want to hear some comment from Brian first.
Sure, yeah, I thought they did a really good job. Good energy, very clear what they're speaking, easy to understand, excellent choice of language. I really have no critique on that one. I thought you guys did a great job.
Right, Mr. Arion, you agree?
Gedein lagi coba suaranya.
Yeah, I think they did a good job in the presentation, and the introduction is also quite interesting because they contextualize the greenhouse or climate change into the problem in the Papua itself. But maybe need to be more specific. What is the harm of the ice meltings on the Jayawijaya will cause to the Papua peoples or to the environment? Good job.
All right, Miss Anna.
Yeah, I think this is a great presentations. It is informative. I never know that Papua also develop EV ecosystem. Also, your voice is clear. For me, this is a good job.
All right, thank you very much, judges. So thank you for once again to Papua Hebat from Unit Induk Wilayah Papua dan Papua Barat. Alright, our lucky 9 contestant is UIP 2B Team 1 from Unit Induk Pusat Pengatur Beban Jawa, Madura, dan Bali. Hello guys, how are you doing?
Hello. Hello.
Are you nervous?
Yeah. Are you receiving us?
bit. All right. Do you want to opening dance first, or you gonna go for the presentation?
Yeah, we're ready for the presentation.
All right. It seems you are ready. All right. In 3, 2, 1, here we come. UIP 2B Team 1 present your ideas.
Good morning, dear judges, moderator. Thank you for the precious opportunity. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are Team 1 from UIP2B Jamali. My name is Raya.
I'm Reza as a second speaker.
I'm Bintang as the third speaker.
We're presenting you implementation of adaptive difference scheme for electricity system reinforcement in encountering energy transition. Indonesian government targets reducing emission net zero emission in 2060. Supporting to this, National Energy Council issued a decree number 79/2014 on energy providing and national primary energy mixture, renewable energy, for 31% in 2050. In response to these targets, PLN has made national electricity planning with the objective to increase the number of generation for 40.6 gigawatts with 20.9 gigawatts for renewable energy in 2030. The issue of renewable energy implementation is the variable renewable energy, or VRE. VRE introduces intermittency and variability, hence harming power system reliability due to the weather dependency. For example, solar power voltage plant. That's why PLN needs mitigation to overcome the uncertainty of electricity generator liability, because VRE can enter and leave the electricity system, causing imbalances and potential electricity disruption. To cope this problem, UIP2B Jamali innovated Adaptive Defense Scheme, or ADS. I'm sure you're wondering what defense scheme is. Defense scheme is a mechanism to protect the power grid from blackout by setting numbers of load. Moreover, ADS is the advanced technology of defense scheme by having a dynamic calculation of load. ADS helps PLN to stabilize the system after disturbance by maintaining the right amount of load. And Reza is explaining how ADS is implemented.
Thank you, Raya. We from UIP2B Jamali, as the biggest power system operator in Indonesia, we have a method to secure a power grid called Adaptive Defense Scheme, or ADS. Do you want to know how the ADS operates? We are showing you the illustration. Electricity system or power grid consists of power plant generating electricity, transmission line dispatching electricity, and substation receiving and distributing electricity to consumers. Electricity system in normal operation like this must have a balance between supply and demand. The imbalance of supply and demand can cause the failure in the whole system. The illustration here is a normal system operation where the supplies generated by generator and the use at the substation is balanced. However, if there's a disturbance, for example, in VRE power generation, causing imbalance between supply and demand. If this imbalance is not handled correctly and instantly, it collapses the power grid. This eventually affects the PLN selling business. The ADS installation in the system can instantly detect an imbalance so that it can detach load according to the needed amount for the balancing system based on site plan priorities. At the end, it expected system returns to normal, system returns to balance, and everything going well, and electricity services continue to run. Based on this illustration, this condition can occur in the electricity system with VRE. Hence, the ADS implementation is primary solution to maintain the system, keep balance when there is a VRE. In conclusion, the ADS is a guardian angel for the power system. And now, I'd like to give you a benefit of ADS to all stakeholders, PLN, government, and community. Let's have one by one. The first is for us. For PLN, we can reduce energy not served, so our revenue increase. Due to the ADS ability to adjust the priority target, it can always ensure the electricity supply for strategic area such as industrial estate, residential place, or the other place, having all electrified 24 hours, 7 days. and it will refrain good image for PLN. And surely we can reach the number of world-class company. For government, with the electricity reliability in Indonesia, it brings the trust to the investor for opening and running their business. So the economic development can be obtained. For community, the reliability of electricity in PLN can bring the advantages in two sides. The first side is from education. Educational school can advance their learning environment and help students get knowledge and skill. And the last side is for social, or electricity can enable the function of public services, which at the end, it can enhance safety and security in communities. All of that, in other words, all stakeholders will be beneficiary parties of preventive massive blackout. That's all from me. Now, let's have our last speaker, Miss Bintang.
Thank you, Reza. What a charming presentation from Reza, right? Hello, everyone. I'm Bintang, the third speaker. Now, as a third speaker, I would like to remind you again about the importance of the adaptive defense scheme in our power grid. The function is very vital to our electricity system to keep the system balanced. You can imagine how big and good the government and PLN dream. They design program for energy transition for net zero emission. This goal is the intention of all stakeholders. But the severe condition emerge if there is not any mitigation for the issue of the variable renewable energy. Therefore, the adaptive defense scheme is vital and must be implemented aligned with the construction of renewable energy. The second speaker, Reza, already told you several benefits from this innovation. Let me recall you to them. First, stabilizing system from power fluctuation. Second, avoiding the impact of power swing or any significant imbalancing in power system. And the last is suppressing the energy not served. Ladies and gentlemen, we are UIP2B Jamali, very proud with PLN. With this innovation, we hope we could contribute to all essential sectors. Before we end our talk, we will give you our last message. Adaptive defense scheme, it's a power grid silent hero. It's essential for a green future. It stabilizes the system, prevents the swing, and maximizes energy usage. Together, let's make adaptive defense scheme thrive in Indonesia. And now, to you, all my big family of PLN, we are asking you to cooperate and commit for adaptive defense scheme implementation.
Let's hand to hand for the success of ADS implementation in Indonesia. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much UIP 2B Team 1. Alright, Mr. Brian.
Sure. I thought they did a great job. I like the visuals. They did a really good job explaining the process. And I like the beat, the energy. Everything was good. So another really well done.
Alright.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. Aryan.
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. I think this is also one interesting topic, quite different from the others, the ADS, and well presented. But I'm curious about the application of the ADS actually, whether it is what is the adaptive part comes. And what is the difference between the adaptive defense scheme and the conventional defense scheme that we have in the power system? Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir. If you're curious with our presentation, let's see on our next round.
All right. Miss Hana. Miss Hana?
Oh yeah, I think this is a great presentation. It is informative, and the topic is really specific for utility companies, so it's a good choice. Yeah, you give enough informations for me, I think. So this is a good job.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, judges. Thank you very much. UIP 2B team wants you in the next round, right?
Okay, see you next round.
Alright, please welcome our 10 contestants is RDN team, Tim PLN UID Banten UP 3 Banten Utara from Unit Induk Distribusi Banten. Hello guys, test. Can you try? You trying to? All right, are you guys ready? Do you have any yell before start the presentation?
Maybe we just want to start right now. So.
You are very ready and confident. All right. This is RDN team, Tim PLN UID Banten UP3 Banten Utara. Present your ideas.
Thank you. Good morning, distinguished judges, esteemed fellow participants, and honored guests. We are RDN team from PLN UP3 Banten Utara. I am Romy as the first speaker, and then on my side, Claudius and Nia as the second and third speaker. It is with great pleasure and enthusiasm that we stand before you today, share our vision and insight on the renewable energy transition in Indonesia. In a world driven by innovation and the relentless pursuit of excellence, our journey together begins here, where ideas transform into action and aspiration into accomplishments. Throughout the next 10 minutes, we invite you to embark on a voyage of discovery with us. We will explore profound significance of energy transition in our lives, delve into the challenges and opportunities it presents, and ultimately witness how it shapes the way we live, work, and dream. Are you familiar with greenhouse gas emission? I think we already are familiar with that word, especially when the news on internet, television, and newspaper are take the topic of air pollution rate rising in Indonesia as the impact of greenhouse gas emission for their headline news. And then, what are the causes of the phenomenon? The increase in air pollution rates in Indonesia can be attributed to various factors, including both natural and human-induced causes. Some of the primary reasons for the rising air pollution levels in the country include forest fires, industrial transportation emissions, deforestation, and many other things. From all causes that I mentioned before, in this opportunity, we will focus on sharing our insights about how to reduce the cause of air pollution, especially from industrial emission, which is power plant. In Indonesia's energy mix power plants was heavily reliant on fossil fuels, particularly coal, which accounted for a significant portion of electricity generation. In this first semester of 2023, capacity of fossil power plants is about 85% or 72.1 gigawatt from the total capacity in Indonesia. This reliance on fossil fuels, especially coal, had environmental and sustainability implications, including high greenhouse gas emissions. According to the Electricity Supply Business Plan owned by PT PLN or Perusahaan Listrik Negara, the national greenhouse gas emissions amounted to 259.1 million tons of carbon dioxide in 2021. It is projected to increase by 29.13% to 334.6 million tons of carbon dioxide by 2030.
However, in the face of these issues and challenges, Indonesia and PLN have committed to devising a strategy on how to reduce greenhouse gas emissions generated from power generation, aiming to achieve net zero emissions by 2060. These strategies can then be observed in the electricity supply business plan owned by PLN. One thing that PLN can do to reduce greenhouse gas emissions is by transitioning from conventional power plants to renewable energy power plants. Indonesia is renowned for its natural resources, making it rich in potential resources that can be harnessed for renewable energy transition, such as geothermal, hydro, bioenergy, solar, wind, and BESS or peaker. Furthermore, in addition to the natural resource opportunities that can drive the transition to renewable energy, the current global economic conditions that increasingly mandate the use of renewable energy for business activities also serve as one of the reasons why the energy transition is necessary. Several prospective customers that we have attempted to map based on their relationship with renewable energy are as follows. Based on statistic data of PLN in 2022, customers from industrial and commercial sector have been consumed 42.53% of electricity that produced. Multinational companies who are members of global communities such as RE100, SBT Initiative, and others. 5% from the companies who join in RE100 is operate in Indonesia. Among these prospective customers, some of the motivations that drive a company to use renewable energy for its business activities are sustainability commitment, stakeholder pressure, risk mitigation, long-term cost reduction goal, public commitments to a target, and many other things.
Okay, as the energy transition in Indonesia is still developing, to fulfill customers' need about renewable energy, PLN released a product named Renewable Energy Certificate. And what is a Renewable Energy Certificate? A Renewable Energy Certificate is an international recognition that verifies our action in using renewable energy as our primary source of electricity. RIC is the attribute of renewable energy derived from every kilowatt per hour of power generated by a RI plant. The higher the number of people who participate in RIC, the greater the support for the Renewable Energy National Development Program. The good part of having RIC is that you can contribute to creating a better environment. To issues RIC, PLN is collaborate with an international tracking system, which is APATIGRS. So the entire system has been verified to meet compliance with international standard. And what rules do RIC serve? First, as an instrument for the recognition of renewable energy use. Two, as a prosumer option to fulfill target of renewable energy use. And the last, as a driver of the national renewable energy market. The following is a PLN generator that use renewable energy ready to serve RIC. Gradually, until 2025, PLN will add other renewable energy sources to increase the capacity to provide RIC according to customer needs all over Indonesia. How about price? Only 25,000 per unit RIC. And in 2023, PLN UID Banten has 155 companies with a total unit RIC 6 935 units and total revenues 23 billion in our unit. And our unit PLN UP3 Banten Utara, we have some industrial area where it has highly demand or renewable energy. There's 9 areas that we plan to approach so that they will buy renewable energy certificate from 100%. Okay, thank you very much for your great attention, ladies and gentlemen. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Unfortunately, your presentation is not going to another page. Still in the first one. All right, Brian.
Sure. Well, that was a lot of information for sure. But as far as the speech end goes, it was very well done. Easy to understand, concise, didn't mumble, loud enough. So from that aspect of it, it was very well done. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Aryan.
Yeah, I think because of the presentation is not showing, it is a little bit hard for me to follow up the explanation. And as far as I understand, the topic is regarding the REC, right? The main idea is regarding the REC. But so if it is, and I think it's a good presentation and good job.
All right, thank you. Miss Anna?
Yeah, same with Ariel. I think this great presentations, a lot of informations, but unfortunately, share screen, you can share the slides so we can follow the detail about your explanations. But this is a good job.
All right, thank you, judges, and thank you once again to RDN team.
Thank you.
Yes, 10 contestants already gave us their energy, so as good team works, but what about the rest contestant? Do they have the same spirit, especially good presentation to inform their idea? Without further ado, please welcome our 11 contestant Heaven team from Unit Induk Pembangunan Jawa bagian Timur and Bali. Hello, Heldam, Nidar, Farhan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope you are in good condition. First of all, we would like to thank you for the opportunity. On this occasion, our team will present about collaboration and innovation in the utilization of backfeeding method to achieve the acceleration of providing 30 MVA of electricity to Freeport Indonesia Company, as well as the creation of added value in the kilowatt hour. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Farhan Agusta.
My name is Nizar Nugraha.
And my name is Muhammad Helzan.
To support your understanding of this presentation, you can see project map that depict the location of the theme we are carrying. The red block is Bunga Substation, and the blue block is Manya Substation. The dotted line is the GIIP area, and the last yellow line is Bunga Manyar Underground Road. In general, this flow chart describes the flow of electric power distribution which started from an agreement between PLN and Berkah Kawasan Manyar Sejahtera Company, and the provision of substation and transmission line to support this in the form of a contract between PLN and vendor to build Bunga substation and Bunga Manyar underground cable. However, during its implementation, the underground cable was hampered by licensing, which is published led by stakeholders, giving rise to potential delays. Breakthroughs are needed to accommodate these potential delays. The detail is, in 2022, ELN and BMKS company worked together in an agreement to carry out a 150 kV high voltage power purchase agreement for the Java Integrated Industrial and Port Estate, or short GIIPE. PLN is obliged to distribute electricity to the GIIPE area in 4 phases, wherein the first phase, the distribution of electricity is 30 MVA at Bayline Freeport 1 and 2 on 1 September 2023. To implement the agreement, PLN with JBTB entered into a contract for the procurement of construction goods and services for the construction of the 150 kV Bunga substation and the Bunga Manyar 150 kV underground cable. The Bunga substation is planned to only receive electricity from the Manyar substation through the Bunga Manyar 150 kV underground cable.
Distribution of electricity to PT Berkah Kawasan Manyar Sejahtera must be on time, because if there is a delay in the supply of electricity, PLN incurs additional costs in the form of procuring mobile transformer, along with constructing transmission line within a predetermined time limit. The construction work of the Bunga Manyar 150 kilovolt underground cable is constrained because there are permits for national road and bridge utility outside the GIIP area, starting from the finalization of detailed engineering design and study document for cable bridge until payment for lease of state property from related parties that have not yet been issued. As a result of this constraint, there is the potential for delay in the operation of the 150 kilovolt Bunga substation according to a predetermined schedule. A solution is needed to operate the Bunga 150 kilovolt substation without waiting for the completion of the Bunga Manyar 150 kilovolt underground cable, in order to uphold PLN reputation in delivering electricity to high-end customers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coordinate with related PLN units to resolve problems encountered. From the coordination that has been mutually agreed upon an idea, namely by using the backfeeding method of supplying electricity through the medium voltage line 20 kV Manyar substation to Bunga substation, which is ready for PLN distribution. This backfeeding method uses a 20 kV electric current supply system for 3 feeders on the 150 kV substation Manyar Transformer 1 to the 20 kV line of the Bunga substation site. Furthermore, the 20 kV electric voltage in Bunga substation goes to the 60 MVA incoming transformer panel. Then the voltage is increased from 20 kV to 150 kV. Then the electricity flows to the 150 kV bus bar, enters the byline Freeport 1 and Freeport 2, and is channeled to the Bunga and BKMS 150 kV underground cable. And for the final stage of distribution to GIS 150 kV Freeport. electricity is highly required by PT Freeport Indonesia to process 1.7 tons of copper concentrate into 100,000 tons of copper cathodes annually. This generates a transaction value of 30 trillion rupiah each year and makes it the largest smelter in the world. So that the supply for phase 1, 30 MVA can be fulfilled according to the specified date, namely September 1, 2023. With the operation of 150 kV Bunga substation, electricity is ready to be transmitted to the customer. PLN doesn't need to incur additional costs for procuring mobile transformer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is a synergy between PLN unit to solve a problem, proving that PLN can provide fast and reliable electricity according to the vision of PT PLN Persero to become the leading electricity company in Southeast Asia and the #1 choice of customer energy solution. Ladies and gentlemen, for the closing, thank you for your attention. And we are just
Have fun.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
We just have fun, all right. Judges, how the spirit of have fun team? Who's gonna first? Miss Anna?
Okay, I think the presentations, the PowerPoint is very good. I appreciate. They are also very clear, informative, and this is also very specific of power utility topic. I think this is a very good job.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, that was a lot of information, but you did a good job breaking it down with the visual aids there. I could understand it for the most part. But no, you spoke well, it was clear, I could hear you. There's only a couple times where I was struggling a little bit, but most of the time I could hear it quite well, and I thought you guys did a pretty good job. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Aryon, about data, content, or the ideas.
Okay, I think, as Brian said, there's so much information to digest in this presentation. And in my opinion, for the presentation itself, it is done well. But I think I feel like it is just like reporting presentation, not some idea pitching to us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, judges. Thank you once again. Have fun, team. Thank you very much. Who's gonna be our 12th contestant? Yeah, there is tim PLN Jabar Jawara from Unit Induk Distribusi Jawa Barat. Sampurasun akang-akang nu pangkasepna ti Jawa Barat kumaha daramang? Hello guys, do you hear me?
Hello.
Can you level up your volume?
Hello. Can you hear our voice?
Are you ready guys?
Yes.
We're ready. All right, in 3, 2, 1, this is PLN Jabar Jawara.
Jabar Jawara. Sampurasun. Hi everyone. Today we're going to be telling you about something that really exciting.
In 2021, PLN has produced energy of electricity that ready to be distributed to all customers in Indonesia. And the total capacity of electricity on that period was around 350,000 gigawatt hour. But sadly, the total capacity that successfully sold on that period was around 250,000 gigawatt hour. So we can calculate the optimum use of electricity in Indonesia in 2021 was around 70% from the total capacity of electricity we had. It means that there's an urgency to distribute the remaining energy, and there will be unnecessary production costs. Don't you see this as a problem? Yeah. First thing that we have to do is about shutting down several power plants that hold 92,000 gigawatt hour, and also to minimize the unnecessary production costs, up to 12 trillion rupiah per year. Then what should we do? As people who work in divisions of commerce and also divisions of distributions, we have huge responsibility to overcome all of those problems, but you don't have to be worried about it. We have a promising solutions that tackle all of this problem named Jabar Smile, Jabar Smart Electric Green Lifestyle. Jabar Smile is a collaborative marketing between PLN and also a lot of partners with the aim of having new ecosystem that supporting each other to use green energy lifestyle. In providing the needs of electric vehicle with a collaboration with a lot of partners like Salis, Gesit, and also Wuling. And in fulfilling the needs of modern living appliance with a collaboration with Maspion and also Kana Home, and supporting our public transportations with a collaboration with Grup to use electric vehicle. And for our customer who have problem in finance sectors, they don't have to be worried about it. We do collaboration with several banks to support their business in empowering the use of green energy lifestyle. And the question is how to implement it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jabar Smile has 3M, market, media, and marketer as the marketing tools. Currently, PLN West Java distribution has more than 16 million customers as target market potential. We also have around 11,000 marketers, contains full-time employees and outsourcing manpower spread in more than 100 offices in West Java. Not to mention our social media such as Instagram, PLN West Java distribution already has almost 29,000 followers that can be our potential marketers too. If we can work hand in hand, we can create a powerful marketing team to support Jabar Smile. The following are the benefits of the Jabar Smiles program. We call it 4-win solution. Firstly, for the PLN itself, it can increase per capita electricity consumption, number of customers, and also electrification ratio. With this program, within 2021-2022, we can be increasing energy sales and revenue up to 5%. Secondly, for the partners, of course, with this collaboration, our partners can increase product sales and revenue. Up until now, there are more than 33,000 induction stoves and 150 units of electric motorcycles have been sold, and it's still increasing. Undoubtedly, with the continuing increase in sales, we can make a long-term partnership with aforementioned companies to promote smart electric green lifestyle product. Thirdly, for the customer, they can save the cost of buying electricity products through Jabar Smiles bundling program. Our ecosystem contains sharing profit between PLN and the partner, which is the profit for PLN will be given to the customer. So customer will get cheaper price compared to the market. Moreover, customer can save monthly expenses by using electric vehicles. I'll give you an example. Let's say I spend 14,000 rupiah for 1 liter car fuel to travel 10 kilometers. But if I use an electric car, assuming the electricity tariff for 1 kilowatt hour is 1,700 rupiah, I will only need to spend 2,500 for the same distance. Overall, if I spend around 420,000 rupiahs for car fuel in a month, meanwhile, I only need to spend around 75,000 rupiahs when I use electric car in a month. Interesting, right? So you can imagine, I will save up to 82% of my living costs in a month. What about Jabar Smile for our government?
We support government programs in reducing carbon emissions. With the use of electric vehicles, we can certainly reduce carbon emissions and start switching to a green lifestyle. If we use conventional vehicles, there are 2.4 kilograms of carbon emissions for 1 liter of gasoline, while with electric vehicles, per kilowatt hours only produce carbon emissions of 0.85 kilogram of carbon emissions. That means electric vehicles are more environmentally friendly because they produce fewer emissions. We also support the government program in eco-green tourism. For example, in Green Canyon Pangandaran, motorboats diesel machines are converted to electric machines. Currently, we have 10 motorboats with electric machines. As we have explained before, there are so many positive impacts we have from Jabar Smile, right? Not only for PLN, but also for our partners, customers, government. First, from the Jabar Smile program, we can increase energy sales and revenue up to 5% and per capita electricity consumption for our company. Second, with this collaboration, our partners can increase product sales and revenue and also long-term partnership with us. Third, customers get discount on green lifestyle product purchases, saving costs and monthly expenses. Last but not least, Jabar Smile support government programs in reducing carbon emissions. The one and only thing that stops us in achieving our dreams is ourselves. Be a pioneer to inspire others and be part of this amazing journey. We hope that the other units or regions in Indonesia are inspired to create their own Bali Smile, MTB Smile, Jakarta Smile, and Smile in the other regions. As our Chief Executive Office, Mr. Damal Prasojo said that we realize we cannot do it alone. We open ourselves to collaborations. So let's implement Jabar Smile together to elevate the value of our company, partners, customers, and government. Because one thing we strongly believe that what happens in the future, it depends on what we do in the present. I am Kadek Lintang Garbayana.
I am Dwi Fitra.
And I am Anggi Faisal. We are proudly representing our beloved unit with Jabar Distributions. Jabar Smile.
Grow together, bring smile of happiness.
Hatur nuhun AAA sadayana Jabar 3.0. How about the ideas coming from Jabar Jawara, Mr. Aryon?
Yeah, I think this is also an interesting idea and initiative that has been done, I believe, in West Java distribution, and it is presented well. However, in the beginning, in the background part, you provide data which is, in my opinion, may be misleading if it's not explained well as the background context. So maybe you can choose another data that can support the case that you want to present. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Aryan. Brian, how about the pronunciation, the power?
Pronunciation was great. It was a lot to unpack for sure, but the pronunciation was great. The language was great. It was clear and easy to. As far as just that goes, it was done really well done, but it was a lot to unpack for sure.
All right, Miss Anna.
Yeah, I think the presentations, especially the slides, is very good. But I agree with Aryon that some of the data is misleading. especially in the beginning. So the calculations of expense using EV compared to the fuel EV. Maybe you need to check it first before we use the data.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Ana. Thank you, judges. Thank you very much once again. PLN Jabar, Jawara. Alright, our lucky 13 contestant is UIP 3B Kalimantan PEO Team from Unit Induk Penyaluran dan Pusat Pengatur Beban Kalimantan. Hello guys.
Hello.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How long you prepare your presentation?
Yeah, about last.
Alright, are you ready guys?
Yeah,
Okay,
we are ready.
So please present your ideas.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, dear honorable judges. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to PLN News. Okay, have you seen how bad the air pollution in the capital city of Indonesia nowadays? Okay, right now, Jakarta is named the most polluted city in the world. Well, for another headline, do you know that as the world becomes warm, there have been rise on the sea level? Well, it is affected us too in the north coast of Java, and the expert estimate that 90% of Jakarta will be submerged by 2050.
Okay, our next headline is about prolonged flooding due to extreme rainfall that forced more than 100,000 people to flee home in 2021 in Kalimantan. Contrary to that, now the dry season induces the wildfires. Land fire cause a smoke enveloping many areas in Kalimantan.
Okay, so for the issue here that we want to discuss is what about the forest fires in Sumatra? Almost every year, peatland fires cause severe air pollution in Sumatra, and the air pollution disperses to Singapore and Malaysia, with the haze can expand as far as Thailand. And the climate change makes the earth warmer. With a lot of evidence stated, we must agree that we all experience the climate change, and we have to take an action to tackle this problem. My name is Ruth Felicia Gita Tarigan.
My name is Dharma Indragiri.
My name is Dian Fitrianti.
And today, we are going to deliver a presentation about PLN's role to tackle this problem entitled
ESG, a way to a sustainable company.
Okay, as one of the biggest energy companies in Indonesia, PLN is aware of this issue. Hence, PLN has set its strategy to apply ESG to its business process. You might ask, what is ESG? ESG business framework to evaluate a company's operational performance, social governance aspect. Through ESG, we can see the environmental, social, and governance impact in the business process. We also can see the opportunities that we can do to minimize our risk. For the environmental aspect, okay, so we can see here ESG contains of three pillars, and for the environmental pillar, ESG looks at how companies in decreasing emission, managing waste, and preserve the biodiversity. And for the social pillar, ESG looks at how the company manages social relations with the society as well. And then in the governance pillar, ESG examines on how the company makes a policy to create a good corporate governance, or GCG. And then the purpose of ESG here is to make a company more sustainable and give more positive environment and society.
So, ladies and gentlemen, since 2022, PLN implements ESG throughout its performance criteria from waste inventory, waste reduction, community involvement and development, gender equality and social inclusion, human capital development, occupational health and safety, product and corporate governance. By implementing ESG in the performance criteria makes the work program to be more detailed. Thus, we need more effort to make sure this program is accomplished. It may be burdensome for many people. So, Mr. Daman Prasojo already said that we should be built from the bottom of our heart. It is all to carry out the electricity activities. The sustainability effort must be narrated and presented to the public as part of improving our ESG. Once again, we would like to say that not a fragmented effort, is more like a unified effort. Apart from that, it is supposed to be the PLN leaders making policies or making decisions. Therefore, we must adopt this ESG quickly because companies that implement ESG can survive more in various disruption, increase the competitive and while reducing the costs and increasing the revenue.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as a result of ESG implementation, PLN has lowered the ESG risk rating from 38.6 to 30.7 in the mid-year of 2023. Okay, so which means PLN is on the right track to become a more sustainable company. With the impacts as follow. For the environmental impact, PLN has achieved equivalent to 51 million ton carbon dioxide of emission reduction cumulative through the implementation of key initiatives. And 41 steam power plants now use 1.36 million tons biomass to produce the energy and resulting in less emission. In addition, the ash that was produced from the coal burning process is now being recycled, reaching 106% compared with 2022. And for the social impact, PLN built communities, educational enterprises development, and creation. The disbursement received by 147,000 beneficiaries and succeeded in increasing the electrification ratio to 99.8%. PLN has also ensured an inclusive workplace for women. The number of women in managerial position is currently 15.1%, an increase of 0.4% from 2022. In addition, we have Women's Empowerment Program as a part of our Human Resource Development Program. And ladies and gentlemen, for the government impact, PLN has won KPI's category as a result of clean and noble business practices. PLN has the number of fatalities at work by more than 15% in just 3 years as a result of the implementation of safety standards.
Okay, so might be thinking that ESG is an enormous thing to do, that it should be done in power plants, transmission, and the distribution. However, we also can participate as individuals and employees to create more sustainable workplaces. So, for the environmental pillar, what we can first, we can start to consume the wisely, and the second one, we can start to sort our waste as an initial step to create or to design a waste reduction. And the third one, we can start to minimize the usage of plastic products. For the further action, we start to analyze the environmental impact in the office operation. And then furthermore, we can also invite the colleagues to join in efforts to live a green and sustainable lifestyle.
Okay, from social pillar, we can report the unsafe action and unsafe condition to the application named Inspecta. So every unsafe action and unsafe condition can be recorded and the safety officer can resolve the problem. Moreover, we could join to a voluntary work as a part of our employee voluntary program. Well, taking part of the cultural program that we already implemented by our office, namely for the well-being program, is also a good option for us. Apart from helping us to have a good relationship with the coworkers, participating in this program can help us to reduce the level of stress we are facing. Last but not least, to increase inclusiveness towards gender equality and women in the work environment, we can also join Sri Kandi program to create a comfortable workplace for women. Once again, it is for women.
All right, and from the governance pillars, we can implement anti-bribery practices in the business process by using compliance online system monthly or become a part of the anti-bribery management team to create a cleaner company. Last but not least, we can also be involved in a performance management team to help achieve corporate performance effectiveness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that ESG can enforce the implementation of sustainability and it gives positive impact to our business.
Therefore, we must continue to commit the implementation
and development of this business framework for a better future of this nation. In addition, we also need to take action as individuals to support the ESG implementation. Our final words?
Charged with responsibility, energized by sustainability.
Charged with responsibility. And then we have Brian first.
Sure, yeah, I thought it was very well done. Good timing, good pausing for stressing anything that you wanted to make stand out. I thought the pace was done very well, not too quick, but not too slow. Yeah, all in all, from my end, it was good. Thanks.
All right, Miss Anna.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the presentations is good. Only I cannot see the your presentations. Are you not sharing the presentations?
Pardon?
Are you not sharing the presentations?
We already sharing it first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but overall the presentation is good.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Anna. And then Mr. Aryan.
Thank you for the presentation. This is from Kalimantan, right?
Yes.
Yes, UP3B Kalimantan.
Yeah, UP3B Kalimantan. And it is good presentation. It is interesting that ESG has been implemented also to Kalimantan units. And it is also good that you mentioned ESG is not to be internalized to support the business process and also act as individuals. Good job. Thank you.
All right, good job, team from Kalimantan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, during this session I saw how the contestant could impress the judges not only because the idea, also the way they could lead themselves in presentation. So good job, guys. But what about our 14 contestant? Without further ado, please welcome PLN UTG Tegal from Unit Induk Transmisi Jawa bagian Tengah. Hi guys, how are you today?
Hello.
Okay, good. Are you still excited to present your idea?
Sure. Yeah.
You're confident going to final round in Jakarta?
Yeah, we are confident.
Alright. In 3, 2, 1, this is PLN UTG Tegal. Please present your ideas.
Good day, everyone. Today, our team from PLN UTG Tegal will share our presentation. Apparently, we have the same topic as the previous theme about ESG, but we add the SF6 management as the key topic here. Before we start the presentation, let me introduce our team. Our team consists of three, including me. My name is Tezer, the second speaker is Afif, and the last is Trishna. Okay, let's start now. The energy transition is the source to maintain ESG-based company. Energy transition refers to the shift from to be cleaner energy. The energy transition is driven by the need to reduce carbon emission and aware of climate change. The global climate change agenda began with the establishment of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC. The IPCC has produced two international agreements, named Kyoto Protocol and the Paris Agreement. The PLN Director's Statement on Energy and Sustainability. PLN needs to provide input to the government regarding a national energy transition strategy that aligns with PLN's sustainable way. Sustainability or ESG aspects should form the framework in PLN's business processes. Every sustainability effort should be narrated and presented to the public as unified efforts. ESG should be adopted more quickly because companies that implement ESG can better withstand various disruptions and enhance their competitive advantage, such as reduced cost and increased revenue. At the 2021 Climate Change Conference, PLN presented a roadmap in 2060. This is the picture. At this graphic, we can see that PLN is trying to use more of renewable energy sources to maintain clean power company. This is the picture of our progress to reach the Paris Agreement. We are currently 2.0 degrees Celsius above our target. ESG at PLN. ESG, environmental, social, and government, is a framework that helps stakeholders understand how a company manages risks and opportunities related to environmental, social, and government criteria. Okay, next. This is the ESG ratings explained. Why do we need to look after ESG rating score? As a form of corporate responsibility towards social, business, and environmental sustainability. Fulfilling the aspiration of shareholders, companies with strong ESG score tend to experience lower investment costs, more stable revenues, and lower market risk. Investors prefer to invest in companies with a strong ESG score. In this picture, we can see the company score. PLN get 38.5 points of credit score, which result in high risk category. As we can see, this is PLN with high risk credit score in comparison to other electrical company and other BUMN. As we can see, PLN is at the bottom of the table at this time. Next slide of greenhouse gas will be delivered by my partner Afif.
Okay, thank you. Many greenhouse gases occur naturally in the atmosphere, but human activity contributes to their accumulation. As a result, the greenhouse effect in the atmosphere is boosted and it alters to our planet's climate, leading to shift in snow and rainfall patterns, a rise in average temperature, and more extreme climate events such as heat waves and floods. This is PLN greenhouse gas emission calculation result table from 2020 to 2022. As greenhouse gases have different global warming potential, their impact is typically converted into CO2 equivalent to make comparisons meaningful. I will only highlight the SF6 section because some of the reasons that I will explain to you later. The SF6 gas emitted in 2020 has been increased by around 6.7% from 1,259 million tons of CO2 in 2021 to 1,350 million tons of CO2 in 2020. This number has been converted using the global warming potential calculation. The following table includes the 100-year time horizon global warming potential relative to CO2. This table adapted from IPCC Fifth Assessment Report in 2014. By looking at the previous table, we can see that SF6 is a greenhouse gas with a strong global warming potential. SF6 contributes 23,500 times more to the greenhouse effect than CO2. It means that 1 kilogram of SF6 equals to 23,500 kilograms of CO2 in the atmosphere. That's a huge number. And SF6 will remain in the atmosphere for at least 3,200 years. And every year, there are 10,000 tons of new SF6 installation in the world. In the last 5 years, SF6 concentration has been increased by 20%, and 80% of all SF6 used is in the transmission sector. SF6 is a colorless, odorless, and non-flammable gas. Its main uniqueness is its very high electrical insulating power, which makes it a popular choice for application requiring efficient electrical isolation, especially in the electrical and industrial sector. That's SF6 gas application at PLN are mostly used in the transmission sector. SF6 are commonly used in high voltage equipment such as circuit breaker, or GIS, instrument transformer like current voltage transformer, and also gas insulated transformer. To handle these SF6 issues, my friend Trisna will explain that for you. So please.
Okay, thank you, Afid. So, management plan at PLN in order to reduce greenhouse emissions from SF6 gas include 1. Improving non-SF6 circuit breaker quality equipment to reduce SF6 usage and leakage. 2. Ensuring good management of SF6 acquisition and gas inventory. 3. Recycling SF6 gas is either done directly by the unit or by a third-party stakeholder. 4. Establishing a life cycle approach to SF6 management. 5. Annually held employees training in handling SF6 and in using necessary equipment. And 6. Implement leak detection and repair strategies and properly decommission equipment. In early 2023, PLN collaborated with TNB Malaysia in capacity building activities related to SF6 management, which were Learning Solution or ILSAS Putrajaya, Malaysia. By handling and managing SF6 gas properly and correctly, it means that we have participated in effort to reduce greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which can increase the climate change and Earth surface temperature. Even though currently the SF6 gas emission percentage is still relatively small, but it comes from small steps, right? From my team, thank you.
Yes, big leaps coming from small step. All right, PLN UTG Tegal. How about Mr. Brian, maybe first?
Sure, yeah. I thought the guy, another great job. Again, well, pronunciation could use a little work, but good timing, good pace, good pausing for emphasis. So really nicely done. Thanks, guys.
Brian, all right. Miss Anna.
I think the topic is interesting. Just maybe you speak very stiff, yeah. I mean, it's just informative and not enthusiastic to speak about your content.
That's what for me.
All right, good job, guys. And then last, Mr. Aryon.
Thank you, Tegal, for the presentation. It's quite interesting presentation actually regarding the main topic, but in my opinion, it's a very long and slow way from ESG to the main topic, which is the SF6 management. So maybe a few suggestions is you can narrow the scope of your presentation and more on the main topic. I saw from the presentation, the main topics were discussed at after minute 6 or 7, and I think can be better. Thank you.
Mr. Aryon, thank you very much once again. UTG Tegal. It's gonna be our last contestant in this group C. It's Sorake from Unit Induk Distribusi Sumatera Utara. Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to Group C.
Excited and nervous enough.
How long do you take the? How long you take the dress? It's easy. Alright. This is Sorake from Induk Distribusi Sumatera Utara. Please share your ideas.
Nias is one of the most beautiful in Indonesia.
And it has isolated power plant to supply electricity in its island.
Unfortunately, this power plant uses 100% fossil energy sources.
Is there any possibility for renewable energy? Yes.
I'm Yiska. We are Sorake Team Yahoo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Nias Island is located on the west side of North Sumatra province with a population of nearly 900,000 people. This island electricity system is currently powered by several power plants running by diesel, with a total capacity of 40 megawatts. Means that Nias Island relies entirely on energy sources to run 5 diesel power plants that scattered all over the island, operating 24 hours a day. Therefore, this situation needs to be changed urgently because of the high cost to operate the power plants and also the carbon emission issue. This issue is a major driver of global climate change. And the high cost of electricity production due to the fuel consumption, with nearly 140 customers, which the majority of the customers is household rather than industrial production, PLN is here to provide renewable and clean energy solution. Becoming the electricity company in Southeast Asia and be the #1 choice for energy solution is PLN's vision. This vision is also aligned with PLN transformation consisting of 4 aspirations, which are green, and in this context, we'll talk about the green aspiration, which involves reducing carbon emission and also transition to renewable energy sources. This aspiration is a crucial step to avoid global climate change and moving towards more futures. And next, we will talk about the green aspiration, which is to provide reliable and also the cost of products and the least cost of electricity production by reducing fuel consumption. and there are various strategies to achieve this aspiration. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've already explained about the Nias Island power plant and talking about the lean aspiration that focus on reduced production costs. This topic will be delivered by my friend, James.
Okay. And now we will look in more details to find out what the big problem really is. As shown in the graph, in the first semester of 2023, per kilowatt hour, average production cost is 2,730 rupiah, which is where the selling price average only at 70 rupiah. This means PLN has lost 1,756 rupiah for every kilowatt hour it sold. Furthermore, with average monthly production of approximately 15.1 million, we can calculate that PLN suffers almost 30 billion rupiah loss every single month. As we know, negative margin is a sign of bad business, right? One approach to reduce production cost is to replace operating hours of diesel power plants with solar power plants. This idea seems suitable to the problem because majority of consumers in the NIA system are households, which have low demand at day. And solar power plants ability to maximum capacity around noon. Thus, our objective is to use solar power plant only at daytime, instead of using diesel power plants. We understand that energy not only plays a role in all aspects of society, crucial in the country's economy. Therefore, energy needs to be managed efficiently. In our unit, PT PLN Persero Nias branch, we are committed to supporting the transition to renewable energy sources because we realize it's a cleaner and also more sustainable solution. So we need to switch on environmentally friendly energy sources as soon as possible. Our near future plan is to operate 6 solar power plant Nias Island by 2025. The solar power plant will be built in Bawada Solo village on the north side of Nias Island with an area of approximately 8.6 hectares. And this land has a relatively flat surface sunlight throughout the year. And based on the feasibility, 165 rupiah per kilowatt hour. Compared to current production cost at 2,650 rupiah per kilowatt hour, it has potential to save 685 rupiah per kilowatt hour. This project study aligns with balanced lean transformation, which focus on reducing fuel consumption as a primary strategy to lower production cost. Lower fuel consumption also contributes to environmental sustainability by lowering greenhouse gas emission. And at this point, we already assessed the problem and also proposed a solution. The solution achievable, explained by my friend.
Thank you, James, for the explanation. In that part, I will explain to you about feasibility study. How much? How much the cost? To build a 6 megawatt solar power plant, the prepared land is sufficient to build. A 6 megawatt solar power plant with an investment 118 billion. This has been assumed for feasibility by power study. Solar power plant operate at maximum capacity around noon. The majority of consumers in Nias are household. So it is recommended to target the commercial operation date. For the 6 megawatt solar power plant in that year, this is intended to supply electricity from the solar power plant during the day and reduce the supply from the Nias diesel power plant, thereby reducing emissions. At the last of the part, our conclusion. There are 5 big points. First, high production costs are a serious issue. In line with this, solar power plants are the best choice. for providing electricity to the community. If this plan can be realized on time, it will be a significant breakthrough, as fossil energy consumption will be reduced by half in just 2 years. Secondly, the solution is financially feasible. With a solar power plant investment of 118 billion, with a capacity of 6 megawatt, with a capacity 6 megawatt, having compared to the current situation, which relies 100% on diesel power generation. Fourth, as PLN employee, we must support PLN transformation into green and lean company. Greens means using renewable energy. Leans means decrease production costs. However, this is not easy task and require massive support from the government, society, electricity sector to raise awareness about this project. Last but not least, in line with PLN's commitment to achieve zero emission, I'm excited to support PLN 4.0 new program to achieve a zero emission goals by 2060. Of course, of this solar power plant can be successfully built and operated by 2025, it will drive the implementation of transformation. That's all the presentation we can deliver to you. We are Sorake team. Thank you and have a nice day.
Have a nice day for you too, Sorake team. Mr. Ali, the president of Sorake team.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Yes, Yahoo. So I think the topic is interesting. Strong case at the beginning, and also clearly present and also the impacts of the initiatives. But it's a bit slowing down at the end of the presentation. But overall, good job. Yes.
Miss Anna, do you have same feeling with Mr. Aryon?
Yeah, I have same opinion with Aryon. This is actually very interesting and specific topic about solar panel in Nias, and maybe you could strengthen your topic with why reasons why you did solar panel in Nias and the difficulties and challenge in Nias power system. So yeah, and in addition, unfortunately cannot see your slide, your presentations. I think this is very important to us to understand what you bring in this presentation next time.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Anna. Brian.
Yeah, it seemed to have a bit of a hard time with pronunciation, and maybe with the flow of it was a little bit choppy. So maybe just try the next time to plan out what you're going to say. Remember to pause at the appropriate times, and then, maybe run through it 1 or 2 times before you go ahead to present. So.
All right, thank you very much once again. Please give applause for Sorake team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, each group in Group C has made a lasting impression with their impressive words, creativity, and also love for the English language. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to our judges for their very helpful insight. Your knowledge has As Devin, all our participants, you are winner because you shown the power of language and confidently stood on this elimination round stage. Your hard work, dedication, and bravery to express yourself are truly amazing. Thank you for being a part of this special. We are excited to see you again in the next round of the PLN English Olympiad 2023. Goodbye and take care. Bye-bye.
PLN English Olympiad 2023. Powered by Titik Nol and Elsa.